And finally, Seattle Seahawks at Washington football team on Monday night. This line has also flipped. It is now 1 point in favor of the Washington football team at home. This opened the football team as a 2.5 point underdog. 46.5 to 47 is your total in this one. Steven, I grabbed the Washington football team in those teasers I was talking about to get them up to 8.5 against a Seattle Seahawks team that looks completely lost and maybe even completely uninterested, maybe at this point in the season. I know you have some questions about this one, though.
Yeah, first of all, I did the same thing as you when it reopened because I think the market agrees that the Washington football team should not have been an underdog in this game with how lost Seattle has looked. Now, I will say that what I'm about to suggest is contingent on Russell Wilson playing this week. I want to see that first injury report and Friday as well, with this being a Monday night game. The first injury report doesn't come out till Thursday. So I want to make sure that he's good to go. So I bet Washington football team is a +7.5 teaser leg early on in the week. Now we have an opportunity here to get Seattle as a +7.5 or +8 teaser leg. And I'll just say that I think we could be overreacting here to Russell Wilson. He came back from the injury and he played two pretty tough defenses. And now he gets to face a Washington defense that is number 30 in DVOA. They are without their best pass rusher in Chase Young. They are bottom 3 in the league in dropback EPA. And if you look at micro matchups, their number 2 cornerback, William Jackson III, grades outside of the top 100 cornerbacks by PFF, and he's going to have to cover either Tyler Lockett or DK Metcalf. So I think there's a chance that this is like a really great buy low spot for Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks against a much more manageable defense to go up against. But I'd only be interested in the teaser leg here to get him up through the 3 and the 7, considering just how risky it is, because I don't know if I'm confident enough to pull the trigger on them to win the game, because that's basically what you're betting at this point with the spread less than a field goal.
Brad, I mean, listen, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. Russell Wilson has been putrid since he has come back. He came back too early. I memean, the first week in that window that we got was supposed to be this week. It's the earliest for him to come back. And he has looked horrible. He's looked timid. He's looked questionable for throwing the ball down the field, which we never had to worry about with Russell Wilson before in his career. I think this offense is broken and lost. I think they're over kind of Pete Carroll. I think he wants to be out of there. I'm reading a lot into all this stuff, but it seems like a team that knows they're out of the playoff hunt as well, that I think might be on the verge of kind of just completely collapsing. That being said, they're not going up against an incredibly tough opponent this week by any stretch of the imagination. What do you see in this one?
It's tricky because I don't think you can bet on the Washington football team and Taylor Heineke as favourites against Russell Wilson.
Exactly. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. But they're the side I want to be at. You know, we like the football team. We bet them last week. I think they're a decent team. Like, they've got a good offensive line. Heineke's been good on third down recently, and the defense is not as bad as it was earlier in the year when it was getting rinsed on third down. I should
also mention getting Logan Thomas back as well this week.
Yes. So, yeah, I'd say I kind of want to be with the football team, but I can't back them as a favourite against a team that also has to positively regress. Like, Russell Wilson cannot be this bad going forward. Have they quit? Like, maybe, but are they going to quit on Monday Night Football? Also, probably not. So, a lot worse to say nothing. I don't know.
Guys, as always, everything we do absolutely free. So head over to the lines to play picks, whatever. If you're listening to us on the podcast, thanks. Appreciate that. Subscribe, rate, and review. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and let us know in the comment section how you're playing all these games this week. For Brad, for Steven, I'm Matt. Talk to you guys next week.